the motherload. There's so much Counter-Strike news here that I think the game's actually gonna explode. Okay, now that we've respawned, let's get to the stories. All of them timestamped below, but let's start with the mega huge news. JL is hitting the bench for Navi. This was a massive shock to everybody, but believe it or not, this was a mutual agreement with JL and everyone on the team. Citing burnout, JL's unfortunately not really been himself in the servers in 2025. A 78 ADR with a matching impact and rating of a 1.08 and a DPR of a 0.67. Now, he's still doing all right in the server, but nowhere near his 2024 self. Comparing with a 113 rating and ADR of a similar 78.5, his impact was crazy. How crazy? A 1.16! That's really good. And again, this drop happened in less than 7 months. Considering JL is the reigning number 5 best player from 2025, I get why Navi are making changes. No wins and just 2 podium finishes for the reigning team of the year isn't something I would have expected. Don't get me wrong, they're reaching playoffs a ton, but when you're the reigning team of the year, yeah, I'd have thought Navi would have had a trophy right about now. Now again, I need to say this, JL is not retiring. He's just hanging up the mouse for a little while. In a quote from JL himself, I want to take a break for 6 months, maybe less, maybe 3, maybe 4, 5. And he continued, quote, there's a lot of things I want to do. End quote. And really, I applaud JL for taking a breather and wanting to return a little bit later. He gets to clear his mind, continue content creation, some hobbies, and mentally reset. This leaves Magixx, and I hope I said that name right, to take his spot and get Navi back to winning form. With Navi Jr., he was part of the roster since October of 2023 and went completely mental in the server. A massive 1.17 rating, an ADR of an 84.5, and a crazy 1.32 impact? Damn! This kid is 18 years old and putting up these kind of numbers. And while the DPR is a bit high, he's aggressive. This means Navi can adjust and really change it up to win more games versus tier 1 teams. After all, there's a reason Magixx got the call up. He's that good and can change Navi for the better. Let's see what kind of change it makes at IEM Cologne later this month. Next up is Team Spirit losing their minds and benching Magixx. One of the longest lasting players and tenured ones on the team at 5+ years, Magixx is hitting the bench for Zvi, and I hope I said that name right too. Now, the former anchor for Nemiga is a clear improvement, as this year he's been hitting a crazy 80.7 ADR, a rating of a 1.12, and a dang good impact of a 1.17. I mean, heck, look at his major run. Stage 1, 1.21 rating. Stage 2, 1.28 rating. And stage 3, well, Nemiga got figured out and it led to a 0.88 rating for Zvi. Still, that's the only blip he's had for a long time. The 17-year-old Russian rifler takes over Magixx. While it was rumored a while, I kind of didn't think it was going to happen considering Team Spirit is a top 3 freaking team. I mean, without Magixx, they do not win the Shanghai Major in 2024. However, in 2025, while he's had one very lackluster event, Magixx was actually pretty decent. Yet, inconsistencies and its impact are why I personally believe this move was made. A 1.03 rating, a sub 68.5 ADR, and an impact of a dismal 0.87? Yeah, I get that Donkey's a beast and all and takes over the server, but Magixx, that's really not that great. So while I don't like the move personally, it makes sense for Zvi to take over the reins. But what's crazy about this whole thing is, Magixx is 22 freaking years old. He was with Spirit for over 5.5 years and still is just 22. He's got so much left in the tank, and I personally feel like he'll be back in the server soon. With whom though, that's for time to tell. Next up is the Aussies in the news. FlyQuest signed JKS. After stints with Complexity, G2, which he never should have benched from there, and a short run with Team Liquid, the Australian returns to his home country with FlyQuest. The 29-year-old Justin Savage is returning for the first time since 2020, nearly 5 years ago. You feel old yet? And he comes back in the place for Liaz. And not to be mean, but this made way too much sense. Liaz in 2025 had a 0.92 rating, an ADR of a 65, and an impact of, that's got to be a typo, a 0.76.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
How? Legit, how? Okay, sorry, Liaz, my bad. Now, for JKS, some can say,
well, this won't make a difference. He just does the crap roast.
Yeah, no. Last time he played for Australia, he was with 100 Thieves and dominated. This was prime JKS. 1.16 rating, impact of a 1.12, and an awesome 80.6 ADR. JKS was on another level in Australia. And really, with this team, if he goes back to continuing to do that again, this team isn't just dangerous for Oceania. This team could be a contender. If Ence can get comfortable at IGL, read my lips. This is a good team. Now they could show that at stage 1 at IM Cologne, I'm not so sure. But please, do it, FlyQuest. Show us the chaos. Next up is FaZe, and holy crow, they did it.
They got simple.
Yeah, no. Brokey has returned to the starting roster after 2 months on the bench. I get it. It's not simple, but FaZe needed to sort out the op in the worst way ever. Considering Brokey's number 8 in the rankings in 2024, he's still got a lot to give. This year, he's had a 1.05 rating, an impact of a 0.95, and an ADR just above 70. Not great. But Brokey can 100% turn it around. Being that he's been given a second chance should really jolt him back to his prime version. Genuinely though, Brokey hasn't had a bad tournament, as nearly every tournament he's hovered around that 1.0 rating. Again though, number 8 ranking player from 2024 has to do better than this though. Now I get it.
They should have kept simple.
And believe it or not, I'm shockingly in agreement with that. 1.11 rating at IM Dallas, 1.08 and 1.17 rating at the major for FaZe. That's pretty darn good, and he might be returning to form quickly. The problem? Cost. Navi's contract with Simple is rumored to be outrageous. So for FaZe, returning to an already on the books Brokey kind of seemed like the right move here. But will that second chance be squandered, or will Brokey return to 2024 form? We'll see soon enough. Our second to last story involves Ence and Ninjas, and what? Screw it, I'm saying Casper, get off my back. Casper could be going back to Ninjas? Now with nothing fully confirmed as of the moment, it got confirmed. If this move happens, it would be in place for Erosdas, the former SAW rifler. And really, this year's been some up and downs for the rifler. Lots of decent, but not outright great tournaments for the 23-year-old. All in all, it's adding up to a 1.03 rating, an impact of a 0.97, and an ADR of just under 71. To upgrade from him to Casper would be monumental. I mean, 9 straight tournaments over a 1.05 rating for Casper, and that's cemented a 1.15 rating, an outstanding 86.1 ADR, and an insane 1.32 impact. 1.32! Really? This should be a match made in heaven for the Polish rifler. With Exists at the helms, snappy IGLing, a prodigy and wrinkle, and a solid foundation on paper? As for Ence, who'd replace Casper? Genuinely, they should have a plan, as they've been shopping Casper to G2 before talks broke down. And really, we were kind of believing G2 could have done it. But again, things fell through, leaving NIP to swoop in and snatch the star rifler. And yes, it is official. I hope I'm gonna butcher this name, I'm sorry. Malazzi from their academy roster will join, and the 20-year-old does actually look like he's had a very good year. He's gonna be joining the Ence roster, and with a 1.13 rating, an ADR of an 83.3, and a wicked good 1.23 rating, he's looking to be on the come up. And again, confirmed today, Ninjas acquire Casper. On loan though. So yeah, they do get their way, but only for a period of time. So Ninjas, you got your man. And yes, this also means Erosdas is hitting the bench. Sorry, Erosdas. Still, this team could be something else. Just please not a dumpster fire. Please, Ninjas. And our final story is one I don't think any NA fan saw coming. Naf is staying? Well, holy freak, that's just, wow, really? According to HLTV, and again, all articles are on HLTV, go check them out, Team Liquid are staying the course and keeping Naf. This coming after Naf literally said, quote, "I don't know if I'll be on the team after this event," referring to Shanghai. To which every NA fan was screaming, "No shiz, Sherlock." Yeah, well, fate is fickle and wanted Naf to stick with Team Liquid. Even after, I don't even know what to call that dumpster fire of a major. 0-3 Liquid bounced immediately. And Naf, what Counter-Strike god did you piss off to have that as your tournament stats. A 0.71 rating, an ADR of a 55, and an impact of a, let me say this shortly, 0.41. Jeez, man, your Kindar didn't do that poorly, Liquid. Topping all of that, as if it couldn't get any worse, this might be Nav's worst year ever. At 5 of his last 6 events, Nav didn't even get a 0.93 rating or better. It's been so bad that Nav has only had 3 tourneys with a 1.0 or better rating. The entire year, Nav's had 0.79 impact. Like, how? So for the general manager of Team Liquid to say, quote, "We believe in Keith," Nav, "bouncing back and finding more comfort in his environment this season," end quote, is insane. Now, to be fair to the GM, Nav's been a part of the Team Liquid squad since 2018 and never had a season this bad before. I mean, heck, just look at last year. I was vouching he could have been a top 20 player, and I genuinely believe he can return back to that form, but he needs to do it, like, now. Just like Brokey from FaZe, Nav's been given a second chance, even with the biggest diehard fans didn't even think it was going to be possible. So don't blow this one, Nav. Team Liquid's counting on you. Holy moly, what a crazy day of news. Nav stays in Liquid, and if JKS goes back to peak form, I'm gonna be laughing so effing hard. Holy freak.